Dear students, I, Mr. Aniket Patil, will now take your second chapter of PER, that is Engine Performance Parameter. Whenever we consider any engine, we have to check its performance by some of the parameters, like in case of power, indicated power, brake power, frictional power. And for efficiency, we have to take different types of efficiencies as indicated thermal efficiency, brake efficiency, mechanical efficiency, volumetric efficiency, relative efficiency. Then in case of fuel efficiency or fuel consumption, there are 2 points: indicated specific fuel consumption and brake specific fuel consumption. These parameters we have to check while testing any engine. In picture, you are seeing a general construction of an engine, that is a crank, connecting rod, crankshaft, flywheel, piston, top dead center, bottom dead center, inlet valve and exhaust valve. Now we will take also there is a stroke length shown in this picture. Whenever we are considering an engine, the energy stored in the fuel is we have to convert in the mechanical energy. Now this flow chart shows how the energy stored in a fuel converts in the heat energy, then power at a piston due to gas forces, then it power transfer to crankshaft, and the last the power available for use at the crankshaft. Considering indicated power, the power produced inside the engine cylinder by burning of a fuel is known as indicated power, that is IP of the engine. This power is actually produced inside the combustion chamber. It does not have any effect of friction and other parameters. In the figure, it is showing that power developed actually inside the engine cylinder. It is calculated by finding the actual mean effective pressure. Now, there are many methods of calculating mean effective pressure, but we'll see here the one mean effective pressure is indicated by PM and is equal to SA upon L Newton per meter square. Now, let us see meaning of each parameter. The first one, A, is the area of actual indicator diagram in centimeter square. L is base width of the indicator diagram in centimeters. S is spring value of the spring used in the indicator. Then IP, indicated power, becomes PML A into small n divided by 60,000 kilowatt. PM is a mean effective pressure in Newton per meter square. L is the length of stroke in meter. A is the area of cross section of the cylinder in meter square. And the last one is N, that is RPM of the engine at the crankshaft. That is the output RPM of the engine. And the small n means N is equal to 2 for a 4-stroke engine, that is big N divided by 2. And N is equal to 1 for a 2-stroke engine, as it has every cycle 1 power stroke is there in case of 2-stroke engine, and in case of 4-stroke engine, for every 2 revolution there is a 1 power stroke. Hence that here we have made the N by 2, that is it only considers power stroke of the engine. Now we'll see brake power. It is the power available at the engine crankshaft for doing useful work. It is also known as engine output power. Actually, this brake power is available at the output that we can use for further transmission purpose. Here you will see the useful energy at the crankshaft is a brake power. There are some friction losses from indicated power towards the brake power, and these losses are friction due to revolution of the engine, in the case of bearings, It is measured by dynamometer, and brake power is equal to 2 pi Nt divided by 60,000, where T, torque, is equal to W into R. You have to write down in between these points. W is equal to net load acting on the brake drum, R is equal to effective radius of the brake drum, N is equal to RPM of the crankshaft, and T, resisting torques that has been applied by the dynamometer. Here you will see the friction power is equal to indicated power minus brake power. The power lost due to this friction. The third point is mechanical efficiency. The mechanical efficiency is defined as the ratio of brake power, that is delivered power, to the indicated power, which is provided by the piston. You can call it as a output power and input power or produced power. The brake power is power available at the output shaft, and indicated power is the power produced actually by the engine. Now mechanical efficiency is equal to brake power divided by indicated power, and the indicated power is summation of brake power and friction power. Now friction power is equal to indicated power minus brake power. Now, volumetric efficiency. The volumetric efficiency indicates the breathing ability of the engine. It is to be noted that the utilization of the air is that determines the power output of the engine. Intake system must be designed in such a way that the engine must be able to take in as much air as possible. That is, the engine must have take maximum possible air inside the combustion chamber, which will help to improve the volumetric efficiency. We will see definition. Volumetric efficiency is defined as the ratio of actual volume flow rate of air into intake system to the rate at which the volume is displaced by the system. Volumetric efficiency, actual volume of charge or air sucked at atmospheric condition divided by swept volume. Next definition is of indicated thermal efficiency. It is the ratio of indicated power to the input fuel energy in appropriate units. Means the energy supplied by fuel and the indicated power, that is the energy available for the piston for moving. It is equal to indicated power divided by energy in the fuel per second in kilojoule per second. The energy in the fuel will depend on the calorific value of the fuel. Then we can next equation have indicated power divided by mass of fuel per second into CV, that is calorific value of the fuel, again is equal to indicated power divided by MF into CV. Next definition is brake thermal efficiency. Brake thermal efficiency is the ratio of power available at crank to the input fuel energy, BP upon mass of fuel per second into CV of the fuel. air standard efficiency. It is the efficiency of the thermodynamic cycle of the engine. In case of petrol engine and diesel engine, this efficiency is different. It is 1 minus 1 upon r raised to gamma minus 1, and for diesel engine it is 1 minus 1 upon r raised to gamma minus 1 into bracket rho raised to gamma minus 1 upon gamma into rho minus 1. Relative efficiency or efficiency ratio. Relative efficiency or efficiency ratio is the ratio of thermal efficiency of an actual cycle to that of the ideal cycle. The efficiency ratio is a very useful criteria which indicate the degree of development of the engine. Specific output. The specific output of the engine is defined as the power output per unit area. Specific output is equal to brake power upon area. Specific fuel consumption. Specific fuel consumption is defined as the amount of fuel consumed by an engine for 1 unit of power production. Simply, to develop 1 kilowatt of the power, how much fuel is required or how much fuel engine consumes to generate 1 kilowatt of power. It is used to express fuel efficiency of the IC engine. SFC is equal to mass of fuel divided by brake power, kg per kilowatt hour. When you want to find the total fuel consumed by the engine or fuel efficiency of the engine, you have to apply this formula.